Rise of the Nephalem. That which happened next is of utmost importance to us mortals. Indeed, had it not happened, we would not exist, for something previously unimagined took place. Inarius and Lilith mated and created offspring, and though they were the first, in time, other renegade angels and demons were drawn together as well. And, alas, we are of our fathers and mothers, alike and yet opposite, one decay and the other light. Indeed, the union of the angel and demon created a third essence, and we are those children. We are the Nephalem. We exist as half angel and half demon, yet fully a new entity. And because of our lineage, they loved us. And because of our difference, they feared us. Within the trembling balance between love and fear is the relation of us to our fathers and mothers. The first generations of Nephalem were called the Ancients. It is believed that they set out exploring, seeking answers, attempting to understand their curious world, and that they adopted numerous philosophies as they spread across Sanctuary. One of these ancients was Bulkathos, renowned for his immense strength, enormous size, bravery, and fortitude. Bulkathos is revered to this very day by barbarians who settled at Mount Ariad. Indeed, the present-day barbarians epitomize many of the ancient traits: great size, strength, tenacity, and an iron will. Barbarian myths tell of Bulkathos' younger brother, Vasily. One myth in particular paints Vasily as a frustrated sibling who struck out into the wild and developed an affinity for nature. In this version of the tale, Vasily's descendants became the Druids. We know of other Nephalem of this age also. Yisu, a woman drawn to the power and ferocity of the elements, gained mastery over the powers of storm, earth, fire, and water through intense meditation. Ages later, her followers would rise as the feared sorceresses of Kyrgyzstan. And finally, we come to Rathma, a brooding, solitary being who sought out the deep recesses of the world. He studied the cycle of life and death and taught it to those willing to venture into his subterranean habitat. Rathma is the patron of necromancers, and he values the balance of light and dark above all things. I feel compelled to state for the sake of clarity that thousands, or perhaps tens of thousands, of ancients doubtlessly existed during this time. It is possible or even likely that they possessed abilities beyond our understanding. Who's to say that the tales of these demigods have been lost over time? The powers of the ancient had an unexpected effect on their otherworldly parents. The renegade angels and demons began to see that their Nephalem children were far more powerful than they. This, for obvious reasons, raised concern amongst them that the Nephalem might not only become a threat, but also draw the attention of the heavens and the hells from which they hid. We must remember that by commingling, these angels and demons had spawned what their masters would deem the ultimate blasphemy, and the defectors were convinced that they would be destroyed if their hidden refuge was ever discovered. Because of this, conflict arose, as many of the renegades held the opinion that their Nephalem offspring should be destroyed, while others believed that their children should be spared. This dissension troubled Inarius, who called for a period of reflection, and so his followers agreed to consider this matter in solitude.